to get the best education that they could while they're going to school. And with that, would you elaborate on some of the things that you're doing on tomorrow and some of the things that you have done in your past?
All right. Well, before we get there, I have to say I'm a retired police officer, and yesterday, Sieges Lafayette was killed in the line of duty.
Yes, our condolences go out.
We had a funeral yesterday, and I must say hundreds of officers came out.
Right.
The procession was something that you never saw before.
Right.
Sieges was somebody that I hired at the while I was chief at the police department, so it was really close to my heart. So I couldn't go on without saying that he's a hero to me. He's a hero to all law enforcement, and he lost his life in a line of duty. So I ask for prayers, not only. I ask for prayers for the family, but not only the family, for the law enforcement officers and everybody Sieges work with. And you know, we're going to be strong. We're going to continue to protect this city, and losing an officer in the line of duty is the hardest thing ever.
Yes, sir.
So I had to say that, but getting on tomorrow, I'm excited about tomorrow. Each year, when I first was elected, I decided to give out book bags and school supplies. So the first year we give out book bags, and then the school board came out and said clear book bags was something that the parents had to get. Now, you know, a lot of people were able to just go out and get clear book bags, but as we know, we have parents that don't have that. They have to get clothes, uniforms, and just a little help is what they're looking for. So they had to get new book bags. So what I decided to do was give out book bags. Not only book bags, but put school supplies in those book bags. So the second year we give out some book bags, about 200-300. Then the third year we give out about 500. So when I give out 500 book bags, I thought that was going to be the number, and if we can stay at 500. Well, this year I have over 700 book bags.
Wow.
And these book bags are filled with school supplies. We will be at Destiny of Faith Church, located at 409 Patterson Street. And it's a drive-through. So what we're asking for is you have to have your student with you. That's the only thing I ask. You cannot come there and want 10 book bags and you don't have nobody in the car. You know? So you have to have your student with you. Wake the kids up and tell them, hey, come take a ride and come get some free book bags.
Well, it wouldn't be hard for them to wake up because they're getting ready to start waking up to go to school.
There you go. There you go. And, you know, you have to, if you're going to be successful in school, it's things that you need. And book bags, school supplies are things that you need. And if we can take that off the table for the parents, then they can put those dollars somewhere else. So we're starting at 8 a.m. and starting early, starting at 8 a.m. And we will be out there. Not only myself, my staff, you know, some members will be out there. Also Timmy will be out there. You know, our representative, school board will be out there. Edmund, Josh will be there. You know, I would like to thank Acadiana and the people that donated. I've had people that donated monetarily. You know, we do different things during the year to get dollars also, so we can put forward. So I'm very proud of everybody. You know, 700 bags is a lot of bags.
Of bags. Oh yeah, and
so
you gotta stuff them.
I would tell people that if they're thinking about it and they think that people run out very quickly, we won't run out very quickly. So come out tomorrow. Is something that this is my fourth annual. It's something that I think really the community really enjoys. So everything is totally free. You will get a book bag and it will be stuffed with school supplies. And if you have 2 kids in a car, you'll get 2. If you have 3 kids in a car, you'll get 3. Only thing I ask if you have kids in a car. Now, let me tell you this. In the past, we have had people in that area that don't have vehicles. So if you walk up with your kid, you know I don't turn anybody down.
No.
So you walk up with your kid, you will be handed a bag. It's just that simple. So we'll be out there starting at 8 a.m. If you see a line, believe me, it go fast. My marshals will be out there doing traffic. So they'll put you in the area. It's not a long wait. And we just want to get back to the community. And, you know, that's what we're doing. And that's what my organization is about.
And during the past, you have gave out lunches, you know, that I know of. you are a leader to the Marshal Department that I don't think nobody have ever been other than former Marshal Nicky Picard. You know, and I feel that he made a very good choice to accept you as being the city marshal that you are, you know. And I'm proud that I was a part of your campaign, you know. And I remember very good when I walked in your campaign headquarters and I said, I would like to talk to the next city marshal of Lafayette. And you said, wait a minute, they haven't announced it yet. I said, I told you was going to be the next city marshal. And when they announced it, man, you was happy. You know, everybody in the camp that night was happy. Your wife was very, very happy because she sticks by you regardless how it goes, you know. So all these things make it good. You know, I know at one time I wasn't on the list, but other people that was on the list that had warrants, you know, you gave them the opportunity to come in and get their warrant, recall, things like this here. That's what makes a good community relation. You know, you have good relationship with the community. I've never seen an angry face on you.
I try to keep that.
You know, and all those things that goes with law enforcement, and I know y'all getting ready to go through tough time now with law enforcement. With their 18, you could carry a gun, buy a gun without a background check and things like this here. And that makes an officer job hard, you know, because now you don't know who's who and what is what. You got a lot of people on medication. You got a lot of people drinking. You got a lot of people on drugs. And all these things don't mix, you know. So you guys' job is getting ready to get, as far as I'm concerned, harder, because it's getting ready to get harder on me as a citizen, not knowing who is who and what is what. So I know, and I'm not trying to fight nobody, but I'm just saying that's the way things are going. So with that, you know, what are your future plans?
Well, let me just talk about the law, because, you know, you really have to educate people in reference to the law. And one of the things about this particular law is you at 18, you no longer need a permit. One thing about Louisiana, you needed a permit to carry a gun concealed. You no longer need that. So you cannot purchase a gun at 18. This is the strange part. You cannot purchase a gun at 18. You have to be 21, but you can carry a gun at 18. So figure that. So the bottom line is you don't have to go through any training. But what I ask of people, if you're going to carry a gun and you're 18, 19, if you're 30, go through some type of training.
Right.
You know, to drive a vehicle, what we have to do, we have to go through driving training to even drive a vehicle at 16. You have to go to 17, you have to go drive. What's wrong with going to an 8-hour class, learning a weapon, learning the safety issues of the weapon, and learning how to use the weapon, and very important, learning when to use the weapon. Those things are so important. So instead of just putting a gun on your side, you know, I ask people to just think to yourself, when you were 18 years old, when you were 19, 20, what if you had a gun on your side? I tell people all the time, people react differently when they have a gun on their side.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times you have a gun on your side, you don't have a gun and somebody approach you or you get in an argument, you're going to walk away from that.
Right.
But if you have a gun on your side, you act differently.
Yes.
So what if you have no training What if you don't even know how to use the gun? What if you don't even know the safety issues? When you go home, if you're 18 years old, it's very likely that you have a 12-year-old brother or 13-year-old brother, and you go home and just throw the gun on the counter because you don't have you didn't take time to buy a safety box or anything like that. So these are the things that I talk about. The law has passed. Nothing we can do about the law at this time.
Right.
But what we can do is educate people and have people educate themselves in reference to the carrying of a concealed weapon. So, there are classes all over the place. Just because the law change doesn't mean that they don't have concealed carry and stuff like that. They do have concealed carry. So yes, and officers also have to learn that, you see somebody 18, 19 years old with a gun on your side. In the past, we were able to stop that person. You don't have probable cause anymore to stop anybody. So you cannot just stop a person because you see a gun on their side. So conceal. So these are things that police officers also have to deal with. But when we come into contact with you, one thing the law says that we can take your gun from you at the time of the investigation. It will be returned to you at that time, and it's just for safety reasons. So, we're instructing our officers how to handle people. But remember, one of the things that I love about police work now is everybody has a camera on. So everything is recorded. So, that helps. Every deputy that I have a camera on. We have tasers, we have cameras, every type of equipment we possibly can have, we have. And that's because I want my officers to be safe. And that's the most important thing to me. So, that is an issue. That's an issue for not only the civilians, that's an issue for the officers. But again, we are training our officers, and we just would like people to be educated in reference to how to carry a concealed weapon. Right.
Well, I know, and I'm speaking for myself, all your officers, your marshals, all your deputies have been well trained, as far as I'm concerned, because they speak to the people. You got a lot of officers that don't even speak to you, and I'm one that like to wave. I do wave if I see you, if I'm standing up on the side and they pass by, I wave at them, and when they wave back to me, that makes me feel good, make me feel like I'm a part of the community, because that's why I call this show the Community Matters Show. So I don't get out there and act stupid or anything like this here. I remember one time I passed by one of the deputies. He said, "Put that seatbelt on, boy." I said, "Yes, sir." And I grabbed the seatbelt and put it on, So I'm not going to try to disrespect no law enforcement. I don't care who it is, unless you're disrespecting me. Then if you're disrespecting me, I turn around and say, "That's your call, not mine." But my biggest weapon that I carry is called the Bible, because that's basic instruction before leaving earth. I say it should be while here on earth, because we're all going to leave the earth one time or another. But I was stopped one time, and the first thing the officer asked me, "Do you have a weapon?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Can I see it?" It's right there on the dashboard.
It's the Bible.
Yeah. It's right there on the dashboard. He said, "Well, you the first one that I ever stopped and asked for a weapon," and they point to the Bible. I said, "Well, that's my life. That's part of my life." And we got to understand, life, you only have one of. They say twice a child, once a man, So, once a child, once a man. No, twice a child and once a man. So that's how we got to understand our life. And like I said, I am very proud to have you on my show. This is not the first time you was on my show, but I have more to talk about you now than I had the first time you was on, because like I say, you done the city marshal office as a well-tuned machine, and with the accreditation, that you got for the marshal's office, that was a big jump.
Yeah, look, let me just talk about my office for a second. There's only one other marshal's office in the nation, not in Louisiana, in the nation, that's accredited. So we joined that accreditation, which is huge. That shows you how tough accreditation is to get. So we're excited about that. And we talked earlier about the community. The reason why my guys is so comfortable in the community is because we are out there and it's the things that we do. I have a cook team. We're out there with book bags. We're out there giving out snowballs to kids. We do so much in the community that my guys are very comfortable speaking to people, understanding how to respect people. And that's one of the problems with police work. One of the problems with police work is not getting the officers out the vehicles. You have to get out your unit. I understand that. I've been doing police work for quite some time. So I understand how to be a good police officer. So I lead, and my vision is to make sure that everybody that works for me, everybody in my organization understands that they're going to be professional, they're going to be respectful, and they're going to understand the job, meaning that they're going to be well trained.
Right.
These are things that we look at my agency, and we continue to push. I started putting my officers in some schools. We have an SRO program. No other marshal has an SRO program. We're at the charter schools. We're at private schools. We're places that needed security. But, of course, the sheriff and the city only can take so many schools. So we relieve them of that. Something else that a lot of people like that we do, we have a DARE program. We're the only ones in the area with a DARE program. And, some of the people that's listening that probably have a little age on them, remember their DARE officer. And that's something I believe in. If something was important to me and something I felt worked, then that's what I bring back. The difference between an SRO and a DARE, SRO is there for security reasons. They don't go into the classroom and teach or anything like that. But a DARE officer, there for the kids.
Right.
And guess what? They're teaching about decision making, fentanyl, which is absolutely killing kids,
right.
Drugs and things like that, bullying. And they're going to the class. My DARE officer goes to the class and teach those type of things. It's a great program, and it's a program that I brought back. And we're the only ones in this area that have a DARE program. Right. So I was proud to bring that back. It's just so much. If I start talking about my agency, it's so much.
Right.
My honor guard now. We have honor guards that we started, which is when you have a funeral or you're opening up a conference, we do the flags, we have the honor guard uniform. It's a respect, dignity. It's something, pride that my officers have. So we have uniforms where we're honor guard. Well, my honor guards now come out and do things. It's just everything that I think can help the community. Everything that I think that shows that can not only help the community, but my officers also. We do. You talk about the warrant recall. We had recalls of warrants. A lot of times people might get a ticket and don't even realize that, hey, I have a ticket. Now I have thousands of dollars in fine because it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What I did was say, come in, pay just the ticket, and the fines go away. And I promise people, not one person will be arrested.
Right.
Let's reset this to another date. We had people come in, they thought that maybe about 10, 15 people was going to come in. Let me tell you something. Because I have trust of the community, people was calling me direct, say, okay, you're not going to arrest me, right? And not one person was arrested. Everybody was reset. And or they paid their fine and they left the area. So it was about 100 people or so that we helped that day. So we're going to be doing that again a couple of times each year. It is about helping people. Not arrest is not always the answer.
Right.
And I always say that, and it's not. The renewal program is something we started. You know, one of the things when I took over, kids was being put on doing community service, actually going to juvenile detention. I talked to the judge and I said, look, let me do a program. And we'll do like where we teach in different classes. I'll have people come in that maybe been in trouble or something like that, and talk to the kids and try to get these kids on going the right way. We wrote a grant for that, and we received a grant. And we have people that come in and talk to the kids and do the things with the kids. We have about, I think the last time I talked, about 70 kids that have been through that program. Only 2 have been in trouble since then. So, you know, we just, everything you can think of to help the community, the kids. I believe in helping the biggest is the kids, showing the kids that, hey, it's another way to come. If you don't have a father like I did not have, you know, it's other ways, it's things that you can do to make a kid, to be a mentor to a kid.
Well, you know, a lot of time, not to cut you off, but a lot of time you got fathers in the home, but they're working, and they don't have time to really be with their kids like they would like to. But without them working, there would be no home, you know. But this morning we talking with Marshal Reginald Thomas, you know, with the Lafayette City Marshal's Office. And if you have any questions or concern for your future, dial area code 337-347-7236, and you could talk to him and ask him the questions. I brought him here because he's a community relation person, you know, and I would like to see everybody like him, but everybody can't be like him. They could just follow in his footsteps. And he's a very well community-orientated man. Like he said, he was a former chief of policeman here. You know, he acted as assistant chief at one time. He's well tuned for a police officer, you know, not a cop, you know, a police officer. It's a difference in a cop and a police officer. And that's my personal opinion, you know. And I remember the first day, we never had a whole lot of conversation or nothing like this here. But he called me up. He said, Mr. Wallace, I'd like to talk to you. My wife was in the hospital at the time. I said, well, this is where I'm at. He came and met me there, you know. And you had doubts. You had doubts that you could be the city marshal. I didn't have no doubts because I knew a lot about you. I didn't know you personally like I know you now. I know you more personally now than I knew you in the past, you know. But I liked it, what you was doing when Toby Aguilar was chief, you know. Y'all went into communities, y'all knocked on doors, y'all did a lot of things that other officers wasn't doing, you know. And personally, I'm glad to see you the city marshal, you know. And I hope people come out there with their kids in the morning. Don't give a whole lot of static, you know, on what's going on. This is Paul out of Lake Charles. He's my phone co-host a lot of time. Good morning, Paul. We have the city marshal on from Lafayette. You know, give us a minute. Let him finish do what he got to do, and we'll come to you, okay? Because he ain't got but about 15 more minutes before. About 10 more. Before he have to leave. Busy man. He tells me all the time he see me, give me a call. I said, when do you have time to answer my call? I'm just a regular citizen. You got a whole lot of other things that you're doing in the city. So I don't bother him like talking about, oh, we got a call coming in. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Community Matters Show.
Good morning, guys. Great show like you have every Friday. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning. How you doing?
Okay, yourself.
Oh, I'm doing fine.
A couple of this, just to follow up, is the city marshal still up for sale for the building? I'm not talking about you.
Oh, the city? No, you're talking about the building? No, we're not going anywhere. When the new mayor came in, she pretty much killed that deal.
Okay. You're talking about officers, and there's a guy that buried yesterday or put to rest. He was a good officer, and people they really showed up and showed the area from Opelousas to Generate that he was a good officer.
Yes.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
I wish a lot of other officers would pick up or follow in his footsteps. I had a little bit dealing with him for his recs and stuff and talking, and he was a policeman or officer, but he wasn't big-headed. They got some officers think because they're officer they can't react or socialize with the people. They have to be tough and rough, and you're a criminal and stuff. So Jonathan was good in my eye.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yesterday, Channel 10 and Channel 15, I have to give these people, they did a good service to broadcast it live, where people maybe wouldn't be able to go. Because they had a lot of private sessions with the family.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. But I'm gonna let you get back on with your show, and I just want to let you know that keep up doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. And one little thing, because Trump did it. Being that you're a marshal, do you have it's not funny, but it's funny to me. You have you can hire you have a black job?
Yeah, my job.
Because he said the Mexicans are taking black jobs. Nobody defined it. What is black jobs?
Exactly. That is funny.
All right, guys.
All right.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Marshall, thanks for the call. Marshall, are you invited to the Monroe block party on tomorrow?
No, I don't know anything about the tomorrow.
Wow. Well,
tomorrow. I don't.
yeah, well, I'm going to have to get on them about that,
Yeah.
because I know all the other police officers, sheriff, fire department, they all be there. And I love to include you, because I remember when I called you, I say, would you like to sit on the panel to get the next elected chief? You said, no, I am not bogarting my way in. I said, you won't have to bogart your way in. I would love for you to be there because, like on yesterday, since Officer Jolivet got shot, you was involved. Your office was involved some kind of way in the procession. However,
we was involved a lot in that.
Yeah.
We patrolled the weekend of it. Honor Guard was involved. We was in a part of the procession. We stopped all the traffic on Pinhook. We worked together with the city police. And our relationship with the city police is, I'm a retired city police as a chief, so I'm very familiar with it.
Well, you see, that's what I was talking about. You being to sit on the committee to get the next elected chief. That was very good, because all entities work together one time or another. Maybe not on every incident, but eventually y'all all come together as one. And that's what I liked it, And we had a chief, We had a good chief. I'm not going to say the chief we have now ain't no good, or nothing like this here, because I know of him. I don't know that much about him. And I like the statement that he gave on yesterday for Officer Jolivet, So if we could come together as a city, we're going to be all right, But if we can't come together as a city, like right now we got the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act, A lot of people may not know it, but after you get off, we're going to talk about that. That's going to be my 15 minutes of fame after that, But like I say, I appreciate everything that you're doing as a city marshal, And a couple of years now, you're going to come back up for re-election. I hope nobody be stupid and try to run against you, because I'm going all out again. You know what I mean? And this is the way it is. I appreciate everything that you're doing. I appreciate being a part of you being elected in the city marshal's office, because from day one, you got in there, you wasn't a bully, anything like this here. You let everything work itself out, and you came to be the people city marshal, not you as a city marshal. You came to be the people city marshal, and that's was great,
And let me say this, Wallace. A lot of times, people say, "Oh, I help you get elected or whatever." I tell people this all the time. Wallace was probably my number one person at the very beginning. You know how you go to different people and people say, "Well, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna do this." I remember talking to you, and I remember Wallace, like day one, was on board, and you worked with me throughout the entire campaign. I mean,
yes,
rides
sir.
with it, my name on your truck, and everything else. So, I always appreciate that. That's why when Wallace called, I tell people, "Look, I want to talk to Wallace."
Right,
sure.
right.
So you're just not talking the talk. You walk the walk. So
yeah.
I cannot sit here and not acknowledge that.
Well, I know a couple of times I done been to your office, and when I got ready to go through those gates, once I took my wallet out of my pocket, they said, "He's upstairs," and they directed me upstairs, and that was it, man, So I appreciate being a pillar of the community, and that's what I like about it. Got a lot of people entrust me into my decision and what I'm making, I was telling the guy that the other day, I said, "Man," I said, you don't know the people I helped get in office, Mark Garber was one of them. I introduced Mark Garber to the black community because it's not that they didn't know him, but he was an attorney. What you call those people that get hurt? He was an attorney to get you your back pay and stuff like this here, So they didn't really know him like when he wanted to become sheriff, and he done a good job also, but you have blowed up the marshal's office, especially with that accreditation, man. I understand what accreditation is, that, and by me understanding what it is, it made me proud that you brought the marshal's office under accreditation, because we didn't have some times in which we had prime marshals and stuff like this here would never got accreditation because they wasn't into that, You was into fine-tuning the marshal's office like a well-oiled machine, and everybody fight for all. All keep your barons rolling free, being free and rolling straight down the road. So, like I said, on tomorrow, one more time, tell them about your school supply giveaway.
Yeah, the backpack giveaway. I definitely want to talk about that. Destiny of Faith tomorrow, 8 a.m. It's a drive-through. Only thing we ask is to have your student with you, have the kids with you. If you have 2 kids in a car, you get 2 school bags. Mm-hmm. Not only the clear school bags we're giving out, but we also pack them with school supplies, mm-hmm. which is very important. So if you have 3 kids in a car, you get 3. If you have 4, I don't limit it, because the way I feel about it is, if you get up in the morning, you wait in a line to get the bags, mm-hmm. and you have the kids in a car, then you need it, or somebody need it. Mm-hmm. So if I can give out stuff that people need, then that's what I want to do. So again, Destiny of Faith Church at 409 Patterson at 8 a.m. It's mm-hmm. the 4th annual Marshall Reggie Thomas backpack giveaway. And we have the most ever. We have over 700 bags. Wow.
So, folks, if you miss it, it is not his fault. It's you guys' fault, because he have it to give away. I done been to some of his luncheon where he gave lunches away and stuff like this here. And he never said, no, you can't get it. How many you need, you got. And his deputies are well tuned, just like him. He is tuned into the community. He have his deputy tuned just as well to what's going on. And Marsha,
thank you so much. Well, anytime you call me, and I can be available, I'm coming to talk. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do for the community, because it's tremendous, and I see it, and you have been doing it a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So keep it on, and I'm going to give you that lunch real soon, I promise you.
I know. So, Marshall,
right.
I appreciate you, for coming. 15 minutes ain't going to make you or break you, but you done did the most important. You showed up, and you showed up on time. And when you got out the car with a smile. And I appreciate everything you're doing. Keep up the good work. And anybody don't like what you're doing, they didn't call to tell you.
There you go. Thank you so much.
All right. Appreciate
you.
All right.
Appreciate being here.
Thank you. You know your way out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Marshall. Well, we had City Marshal Reginald Thomas on, and he like I said, he's doing a wonderful job. I can't say enough about him, because if he was a no good marshal, guess what? He wouldn't be on the Community Matters show, because the community wouldn't make no difference. But I said that earlier. On tomorrow, we got the Monroe Block Party on tomorrow from 4 to 10. You guys, if y'all was raised up in the Monroe area, if you wasn't raised up in the Monroe area, if you were raised up in Fightonville, Truman, all around those areas, apparently one time or another, you was going through Monroe, being a part of Monroe. So come on, let's make this a success, And also, we got the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act on the table right now. And the Civil Rights Act gave us a lot of rights, but it didn't really take all of us out of slavery. We still doing a lot of things with slavery. So with that, Paul out of Lake Charles, how you doing this morning? Uh-oh, he must have went on silence for a while. So we're going to keep this. What was that? Paul.
Hello?
Paul, I'm here. I'm talking to you. Okay, we got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Community Matters Show.
Yeah, how you doing, sir? I'm enjoying your show. The Marshall's doing a great, fantastic job. And I'm understanding that there's a block party tomorrow at the Breeze Block Party.
Yeah.
Where is it at? Exactly what block we talking about?
The Monroe Block Party is on Jolivet and Dorothea in Monroe. That's right off of University.
Right off the university?
Yeah.
What time it starts?
It starts at 4 o'clock and it lasts till 10 o'clock.
Until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, so it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock that night.
So, is there anything we need to bring?
I think yourself and a little money to get some refreshment and stuff like this here, you know.
Okay, well, I appreciate
Yeah, but this is not the first.
taking the call, and again, thank you again.
All right, thank you for the call. You know, appreciate calls. You know, when you got out there, Marshall, you could tell with that sun. You know, okay, Brother Paul, out of Lake Charles, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Little friend you got me.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to share with you, brother. Well, I was premature. I thought I'd miss your show. But I'm on the Eastern Coast, and I'm in New Jersey.
What?
Yeah,
What?
on the road again.
On the road again?
I've been gone since Sunday.
Wow.
When I was in New York. We demonstrating City Bank.
Okay.
Over all the pipelines at once. You know we got a big problem in Louisiana with the pipeline.
Right, right.
And today we was in Leesville, the corporate office of Formosa Plastics,
Mm-hmm.
in which they have been trying to get in over at St. James Parish, but they've been keeping them out. They're bad actors. And a lot of people need to start focusing because they're killing us, man. And with all these plants, these LNGs and the expansion, in St. James, that's Cancer Alley, but they over here in Taxi Parish, we Cancer Alley too.
Well,
All the refiners coming in, and all and gas, and you know, I want to say that we is.
Paul, we got a call. We got a call coming in. Let's see what this call is about.
Benefit by over 40% power.
Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Community Matters Show. Caller.
What's going on, Brother Paul? From Lake
Hey,
Charles?
how you doing there, man? Always a blessing to hear from you, my brother.
Question on your end. Since Donald Trump running for office again or for president, how's Lake Charles recovery? Being that he came from Lake Charles and made all kind of promises. How's the recovery from the hurricane is doing?
Digital Soul, I see you calling.
Yeah, I can. You ain't done absolutely nothing. You just come there and sell some wolf tickets to the folks.
Digital Soul, I see you calling. Give me a minute and call back.
But anyway, man, you see, by the time the Biden came in, you know they got to go back through Congress, all through there. By the time we got, they left us hanging. But you know, brother, I'm going to share with you. From the local all the way to the White House, Phil. And what I speak when I go and travel, what I say, my name's Paul. I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana, southwest of Louisiana. I'm from the most battered city in the planet, on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
On the planet. I ain't say U.S., on the planet. And, government failed us, man, and it still failed.
Well,
Still ain't right.
You know, right now.
We all know the anniversary of Rita and Katrina's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
This month, Katrina, the 20-year anniversary.
Well, not just that. We got the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act on the table.
You speak of that, and that's very important.
Yeah. Well, you know, not just that, man. We got to worry about that Project 2025, 47 and 74 agenda. Those agenda items, you know.
Yes, you're correct, brother. You're correct.
And then,
On the
keep you all on the air.
Okay.
Thank you, Brother Paul. You have a good weekend. And like I said,
You too as well, brother. Always great to hear
Lake
from you.
Charles, or this Captain Two Parents, you got it bad, y'all. Still fighting, trying to rebuild a hurricane, from a hurricane, and that damn bridge, they got in Lake Charles, is bad.
All right, caller.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right. I'm going to share one more thing with you, Wally. Let me tell you something. With you even, another call?
Yeah. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Community Matters Show.
Good morning, Brother Wallace, and good morning to Brother Paul from Lake Charles. Always great to hear your voice.
The man
Yes, sir. And thank you for speaking up on that whole issue with the Cancer Alley. Well, all of Louisiana is basically Cancer Alley. I'm going to just say that. And supported by brothers out there, Brother Robert Taylor and Miss Sharon out that way. But look, I just want to drop this on you guys. What do y'all think? Two questions. I know we haven't got much time. Two questions. What do y'all think of that debate? Trump going to the National Black Journal and saying the black job. He should have let comedian Ellie Griffin interview him. They probably did a better job. And also the mention of Kamala Harris. All of a sudden, she want to be black. Boy, that was the most insulting thing that he always had in his arsenal. But guess what? All the people in Lafayette and Lake Charles support him because guess what? If you love Jeff Landry, you'll love Donald Trump. And lastly, Brother Wallace and Brother Paul, I'm so happy that they got groups fighting back. There are several prominent news organizations in the state of Louisiana filed a major lawsuit against the Landry administration over that new law about 25 feet in the police officers. So hopefully that's the start of some better things to roll back some of these laws. So you guys go ahead and comment. Thank you all so much for letting me talk.
Yeah, well, thank you, Brother Jay. Yeah, well, the thing of it is, my biggest issue, giving officer immunity for regardless of what happened, to you, whether they right or wrong. And this is the only state, I believe, that's going to do that, give immunity. So, we got a lot of problems. Like I say, right now is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. And the Civil Rights Act came under 1964 Lyndon Johnson, when he decided to be the first to make, try to make all men equal. But we know all men is not equal because of the color of our skin, the ethnic of our what you could say it, our group of people that we trying to keep in the right direction. So again, Brother Paul,
Yes, sir.
the road runner then came up. Beep beep. The hour is, we got about maybe 60 seconds or less before the hour go out, but remember all these things. Bishop William Barber, with the Poor People Campaign Act, all these things we got to jump on. Paul, look, be safe in New York, be safe in the North, and hopefully on next week we could pick up where we left off today,
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, but be safe. But be safe up there, man.
Y'all come back now, yeah.
and that's a good thing, Paul. We gonna always try to be on top of things. I keep hearing, man, you're a different type of media show. You take calls. You're not ashamed to talk about what you have to talk about. We don't have a whole lot of commercials and stuff like this here in between time. But I want to thank AOC. I want to thank the director, Brother Jay. I want to thank you, Paul, for all that you do and my callers.